Dr. Driscoll, if I had RPG Maker, this one's a little different to me because I actually grew up on RPG Maker. I know it sounds weird, but I came into RPG Maker when it was RPG Maker XP, and because I found that I actually knew a lot more about game design thanks to it. It's actually a really good tool. They should probably market like some kind of tool for RPG Maker to be like a kind of a class setting kind of thing. Like people can truly learn from RPG Maker. But that aside, what makes RPG Maker so unique or so different is that I guess anyone can get to it. Anyone can make an RPG Maker game. It is super simple, super easy. I mean, that's pretty much it. However, obviously, if you're a little bit better and you understand certain things like conditional branching, switches, variables, you can make an even better game. And on top of that, some of the newer RPG makers allow you to script, so you can do even more with it. But it's still lacking in the program itself, and the reason why is because of a lot of things. One of the main things I noticed that they should do is it's too silent. And I know that sounds weird, but it's true. Like if you look at any other RPG Maker game, or any RPG game that has the style of RPG Maker, where it's the little sprites and they're moving across maps, and you kind of got the top down, but kind of I don't know, it's like an angle. I don't know what that's called, but it's basically top down. You would know every time you take a step on some terrain, that's whatever terrain, you can make sound effects happen, you know, a grassy step, a rock step, you know, and you can do that in RPG Maker 2003. But later on down the road, they actually started taking that out and leaving it up, I guess, to more like scripts. Like if you can script, then you can throw in, well, if you step on terrain 1, then this. If you step on terrain 2, no, because people can't. The layman person can't script, and they want to create great games with your game. Another thing is square movement, 64 by 64 pixels, and at least RPG Maker VX. That's your sprite is. So when they move the whole 64 by 64, so it's just one, and that's like a whole square in the actual game. So why would you do that? That's stupid. Don't do that. Why not just move, you know, like a pixel? What people want to do with RPG Maker, at least just from what I am seeing, this is, by the way, like I said, if you didn't know already, my opinion, they just want to make a game that feels like an actual game, that's something that can actually compete with things like Bravely Default, or Tales of Mana, that you do games that are, you know, that very pixelated game, Chrono Trigger-esque style games. The rest of the stuff, people can create their own sprites, like running animation. If there was more sound in RPG Maker, it would be so much more better. For example, when the message box comes up, either a squeak from the message box, very little beeps, like beep speech, I guess. The main thing, I think, me personally, if I had it, I would just definitely work on the sounds, emotion balloons. That kind of gives your person more personality, but that doesn't help. Like if it still just looks like he's looking, and then he jumps and it's surprise, it's like, okay, so he's surprised, but my character thing doesn't do anything. While think Chrono Trigger, when they're surprised, they jump back, their arms are open, their eyes get wider, then there's the emotion behind them. That would help fill that scene a little bit more. There's just tweaking here and there, I think, that they need to do for RPG Maker. The music's fine, the enemies are fine. The way they battle, most people would want a side view battle, but you should be able to put in that maybe if you want, you know, front view, side view, or isometric view. Your boy has been working on games, and I really do need to clean up a couple of the RPG Maker games, because the RPG Maker games are good. If it wasn't for PewDiePie playing what is it, AOE Oni, I don't fucking know. I just sound horrible.
Ay, caramba, hide in the closet.
It's raping time.
More so now, RPG Maker games are just used for like hentai games. The community is really great. I'm gonna put some games I thoroughly enjoy from RPG Maker creation. People who created a bunch of games in RPG Maker. I'll put those down below. Some of my favorites. Hope you enjoy.